When I'm surrounded by hundreds of people who are all screaming and dancing and doing insane things, and everyone's like naked and doing drugs in the scene or whatever it is, like it's pretty easy to stay high energy.
If I had money, I would only spend it on things that were fun, you know? Not boring things like taxes. I'm just want for everyone to party forever.
This movie has some of the most crazy party scenes I have ever seen. What is it like to be a part of these scenes?
It was so much fun. It was like being at those parties. It was, you know, except that they went for 2 weeks instead of, you know, the half an hour you see it on screen for. I loved it. I loved it. It was actually, the worst part was when you would leave set and you would walk outside and it would be broad daylight on a Tuesday and you were like, ugh. And then you'd go back inside and there'd be like drugs and nudity and crazy dancing and a band playing and streamers going where and people falling from the ceiling and all this insaneness. It was actually, there was something comforting about being in the eye of the storm. Once you stepped out of it, you were like, ugh.
Exhilarating. We often talk about this, but you know, everyone who got to be a part of Damien Chazelle's film really worked 1,000%, put in their full effort with every single take.
Yeah.
And that kind of energy is just so, you know, infectious and intoxicating, and we loved it. I mean, I don't think I can party like that in real life, but because we knew we were making cinematic history, you know, we were all in it.
It was really important to me that these feel like real parties, you know, that we not be, you know, CGing crowds or sets or everything, that we'd all be in real spaces with real people, and that every single person, even if we had a crowd of 300 or 500, that every single person, down to the individual, had to be precisely cast, chosen, directed, choreographed, costumed, you know, so that you'd get this sense of just this sort of, yeah, almost like virtual reality, like you were just immersed in it as an audience member, so that, you know, you felt like life spilling outside the frame, and everywhere you looked, there'd be something interesting to look at. And if you watch it a second time, you'd see different things, and a third time, yet more things.
Listen up, all you big dick Mr. Man! Who wants to see me fight a fucking snake?
Fuck yeah!
In reality, though, a 2-week party, I can give you an aggressive 30-minute party, and I gotta duck out.
Aggressive 30.
Really aggressive 30, then I gotta hit the hay. So 2 weeks it's terrifying, but that's what it was. But like Lily said, all of the background artists were really committed to just enjoying the experience of working with a really talented filmmaker.
By the 6th, 7th, 8th day of shooting some of that stuff, it did feel like a party there. People were sort of, they had it in their bones, and the music is blasting, and I think it did actually start to feel a little bit like what it is on screen. Maybe not quite as, you know, dangerous, hopefully, but certainly as raucous.
The movie has a lot of energy. Like, the movie moves at a crazy pace and it kind of kicks off with this insane party, and then when you get to the movie sets themselves, you find that it's a party there as well. It's also insanely high intensity. So it was pretty easy to feed off all the energy around me, to be honest, and I was so excited to be there. I'm always excited to be on a film set, but this one in particular, it was impossible not to be, yeah, like a kid in a candy shop every day. There was just so much happening around you at all times. Sometimes you do a film and you have to act against green screen, or it's very quiet, or, you know, it's intimate, not many characters, and that's when I find it difficult actually to keep my energy up. But when I'm surrounded by hundreds of people who are all screaming and dancing and doing insane things, and everyone's like naked and doing drugs in the scene or whatever it is, like it's pretty easy to stay high energy.